And you know, us sports moms have something to say.
Yes, we do.
We'll have a chance to interview across the board, from athletes to the parents to the coaches to even the trainers.
And we're not afraid to share our journey. We're not afraid to tell other moms what we went through in order to raise up a student athlete. So I believe that it's inspirational.
We able to tell our story, the good and the bad.
We can give back positive information.
Absolutely.
You know, we can empower them.
Yeah, I think it's time for the mothers to be a voice.
Yeah, that's it.
It's time for us to let you know what's going on. Hey everybody, this is your girl Shannon Mason with Can We Talk Sports. I'm here with my host,
Karen Reed.
and we are here with the lovely Erica Wilson. We are going to just dive right in with a lot of the journey. Her son plays for the Miami Dolphins, was here with the Dallas Cowboys, but he is in Miami right now, killing the game. So let's get into this interview. There is so much that we're going to talk about, so many questions, heartfelt situations, and just kind of go with behind the scenes of the NFL with a mom. So welcome. Hi, Erica.
Hi, Shannon.
How are you doing?
I am awesome. How about you?
So listen, I got to kind of chime in on this. I met Erica about a year, almost 2 years ago. Had a friend introduce me, and I went to their first meeting when they were here in Dallas, and they were doing AH-17, and we just sat at the table, and I think we just started talking about kingdom, right? So it was like we've known each other forever. So it was a great conversation, great meeting.
Was.
So NFL mom,
Yes.
the journey. You see her
Definitely a
sigh, right?
journey.
Right.
Definitely a journey. I started 6.5 years ago. My son is going into his 7th year. Started off with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Went undrafted. He was delayed, but he wasn't denied.
I like that.
Thank you, God. Was highly recruited in college, but somehow slipped through the cracks and did not get drafted. But it did not stop him. It actually motivated him, and he left on Mother's Day 6 years ago.
Wow.
Mother's Day. On Mother's Day, and I was devastated. But then he was going 4.5, 5 hours away. So he came up to Jacksonville, and he's a wide receiver. They had 2 highly recruited, high drafted, wide receivers that was there. We don't like to see anybody go down.
Right.
But they went down, and Alan Rowe intensified. And when that happened, he really put in the work. Every time he touched that field, he made it. He had that chip on his shoulder, saying,
right.
You know, I didn't make it. I mean, I wasn't drafted, but I made it, you know. Very first game, Eagles game, he scored 2 touchdowns before the first quarter was over.
See the proud face. You see the mama.
Right.
If y'all can see it, she's just glowing. He scored 2 touchdowns in all them playing. So go ahead.
Yeah, so that game was it was amazing. I didn't get a chance to go to that game.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the fact I was going through some hardship that Alan knew nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
My son had made it to the NFL, and I was evicted from my place.
Wow.
And that was the most trying time ever, because I didn't want him to know anything that was going on back home, because he needed to focus on what he had going on in Jacksonville. So that game was exciting. Yeah,
I like those stories. I think that's amazing, because their desire to make it is to take care of mom. But I want to go back a little bit, because we always hear the stories about the son and what they went through. But your journey is a powerful story as a single mom and what you went through. We always, like I said, we always tell when they interview the parents, is we had hardship. But I think if we really understood what the parent went through to keep her family together, right? Because if she would have collapsed, if she would have gave up, if she would have walked away, there wouldn't be no Alan Hearns.
That's
There
right.
wouldn't be no, I want to call him Inky. Hey, Inky, I'm giving shout outs to you, but there wouldn't be no Inky. So let's go back to Erica.
Okay.
Let's talk about Erica.
Oh, Erica. That Erica.
You know she said that Erica, right? Like, oh my God.
The old Erica or the new Erica?
We got to get the old one, and then we can bring her up to the new one, because I think there's a lot of moms out there that's going to be able to relate to your story.
Yeah, because I definitely want to hear about you getting kicked out of a county.
A county, y'all.
Right.
Now, so y'all, you know, you get kicked out of a school, right? Like, okay, you get kicked out of a school, you get kicked out of college, you can get kicked out of a hotel,
Right.
but kicked out of a county, you a bad girl, right? So, yeah.
What? Well, Erica, born December 1st, 1972, was the sweetest little girl ever. At the age of 5, my father was called home. And I think that just shattered my world because I was a daddy's girl. Moving forward, from 5 to 10, my brother stepped in as a father figure for my father being called home. At the age of 10, I was raped. How do you see yourself? You lost your dad, the one love, your first love, besides God. Then these guys, they violate you. You know, you just feel like you have no type of control whatsoever. You feel nasty. You feel shame. I was 10. You know, I didn't know what to really think. You know, but what happens when you see this little girl walking past you, and her clothes are red? You know, from the blood that was from, you know, the rape or whatever. And that's what happened. One of my cousins, she saw it. And she asked what happened, and I told her. Moving forward from that, once my brother found out what happened to me, it went, totally crazy from there. They actually went to get bring the guy, showed me the guy, one of the guys, rather, and asked me, was that him? And I was like, yeah, that's him, you know. Next day or two, my brother went to a party and ended up getting shot behind it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now I'm raped. Now my brother's been shot behind it. Then here it is, my cousin, who was like a brother to me, grew up in the home with me. He actually had some dealings with one of the guys who shot my brother and went to prison. So now I'm raped. My brother got shot. My cousin's life looked like it's over, and it's all on me. You know, that's what I was thinking. And it's so sad, like when you go to the hospital to get checked and everything, they make it seem like it's something that you did.
Wow.
Yeah. My mom couldn't even be, I'm 10. My mom couldn't even be in the room with me. They made her leave out the room. And they asked all kind of questions. And, you know, it was a big game down in the Miami area who did it. And the police didn't want anything to do with it, basically. So all those years I carried it, and that's when that Erica came out, that mean side. Anytime anyone kind of like made me feel like I didn't have control, that Erica will come out, that mean side of Erica, fought so much. I was bleeding on people that didn't even cut me. You know, and it's so sad that happens, and it happens a lot, and we don't know it. In general, it happens to so many people. Like, you are literally bleeding on people that didn't even cut you. You know, these people didn't know anything that went on with me. So here it is. I carried it 20-something years, and I go to a church in Miami Gardens. And this is supposed to be your safe place, right? When you go to church, you just let everything down.
Right,
You're just so peaceful and everything. So I look up on the big jumbotron, and who do I see? The guy who raped me.
At church?
At church. And I'm like,
Okay, was he at church or was he a pastor?
He was at church, and he was a deacon. And I looked up, and I said, friend. I had my friend grow with me. I said, friend, That's the guy who raped me. It was actually 5 guys there, but one did something. The others had my arms and my legs. I walked out the church, and here it is. This guy was standing here greeting, telling everyone thank you for coming out. And I grabbed his hand. He reached out to grab my hand, and he shook it. And I said, "Do you know who I am?" And he looked me, eyeballing. He said, "You look familiar, my sister." I say,
Wow.
"Do you know who I am?" He said, "You look familiar, my sister." I say, "I should. You raped me when I was 10 years old." That's when the hand dropped. And he was like, "Me? You sure me?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." I called out his first and last name. He went to bawling. I'm talking about bawling. His wife was literally maybe 15 to 20 steps from us, but God did not allow her to come over there to see why her husband was crying like that.
Wow.
And he was like, "Is there anything I could do? Anything I could do?" I was like, "Mm-mm. I just want you to know that I forgive you, but I'll never forget."
Wow.
When I say that was my breakthrough right there, I walked away light, like so light. I took my wings that day. I took it back and gave it to him. Because all that time I was carrying
all
his
those years.
baggage.
Right.
You know what he had done. I had no control. So why was I carrying it? So when I
Wow.
gave it back to him, I walked away so light. And I walked away and I saw him looking at me as I walked away. Wife still didn't come over. Wife and son still didn't come over to see. So I walked my friend to her car. She was like, "Are you going to be okay going back?" "Yeah, I'm fine." "You go ahead." Coming back around, that's when I seen the wife over there. And she was consoling him or whatever. But got in my car, and I'm telling you, from that point on, things have just started happening for me. Because all that time, here it is, you allow somebody else to make you be bitter.
Right.
And you're treating others so poorly because somebody
You're
else,
bleeding on them.
yeah, you're literally bleeding on them. And here it is, now the nice side started, manifesting.
You guys hear that? The nice side started coming out. She had to get freed in the nice side of Erica.
It wasn't that the old Erica wasn't nice, but she just wasn't nothing to be reckoned with. She was definitely a handful, I can say. And
do you think that was a part of that full forgiveness, or that carrying that unforgiveness, and now you forgave it, so that was
absolutely
how important that is?
Yes, definitely. It is very, very important. It's very important because you're not forgiving that person for them. You're doing it for you.
Yourself. That's right.
And then, like I said, when I forgave him and I let him know, I was free. And then I learned how actually to love. And it's so sad because, rewinding back, I was a teenage mom. I had my first son when I was 16 years old. I hated men. I'm talking literally hated men. And here it is, God said, "Okay, I'm going to show you something." He gave me a sign. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like really?" So here it is. I have Inky, which his name is Daryl. I have him 3 months early.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 months early. I was fighting when I was pregnant with him too. Yeah, so I had him 3 months early on Christmas, 1 pound, 12 ounce.
Wow.
And I had him at home in my mom's bed. So I didn't even make it to the hospital.
That's a miracle, baby.
Yeah, that's why I call him my miracle. Yeah, so then here it is. 4 years later, you're going to give me another son, which is Alan. And I had 2 kids by the time I was 19 years old. And a single mom. Dad went to prison when Alan was 2 months old. And it was basically left on me from that point on. I did have help from my mom and his mother at times, but I was a type where I never asked for the help. I just figured like I could do it on my own. And by me having Daryl in high school, he was a preemie, so I was at the hospital all the time. And I end up getting kicked out of school, but it wasn't the county that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into this county. I need to know. Yeah, we're gonna get back to the county.
It would result into the school that I was in when I got kicked out for when I was at the hospital all the time. So I had Daryl, and I dropped out of high school. So here it is. I'm a mother and I'm raising 2 young boys with no high school diploma, barely working because I'm so afraid of leaving my kids with anybody. Didn't want anything to happen to them, like, what happened to me. So I knew that I had to kind of like try and hold it down, but my main focus was my children, not letting anything happen to them.
So having the boys, because you mentioned you hated men.
Yeah.
Having the boys, what did that do for you?
It gave me back my love.
Wow.
It taught me how to love again. Yeah, because I don't even think I was loving myself, blaming myself, like, how could you let this happen to you with the rape, How could you really, like, hurting some people, and I probably ran away some good people because I was bleeding. And,
Did you ever have to come back across their path to ask them for forgiveness?
Absolutely. Definitely. And it wasn't an easy task, but, all I could do is just ask for your forgiveness. It's up to you to, to accept it or not. But I done my part. So.
So during this time, the boys get older. Did they ever know your journey?
No.
You kept it from them?
Yes, absolutely.
How long?
My kids found out about the rape 2.5 to 3 years ago.
Wow.
They never knew. They just knew that mom was like this mama bear, like hovering over us. They wanted to do much, and they never understood like why I was that way. And when I did tell them, I can see the tears just fall and the anger just build up. I have 2 grown men now that may want to go look for the person, people who did this or whatever. But they, my marketing rep, he said, "Mom, you have to tell them." I was like, "There's no way," because I was at a breaking point. I was like, "I know I need help." It was affecting relationships where I didn't trust, not just relationships, friendships, any type of ships. It was affecting it. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and tell them. So I told them, and they embraced me, and I think that's why they're so overprotective of me right now.
Wow.
But sometimes as parents, we can't let our kids know everything, especially the struggle, because when you have boys, because boys cling to
They're very
mom.
protective. Yes, very protective.
So I try to protect them from so much, even the struggles that we were having. Being evicted all the time, moving from place to place. Not even having. Well, I made sure my kids ate, even if I didn't. I made sure that they were okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I tell you what, anytime anybody seen me in the street, they never knew anything I was going through.
Wow.
Because I walked around with a smile. I walked around like I had it all when I had nothing.
Wow.
And I just knew that God, I never complained. That's the most important thing. I never complained on God why. I knew it had to happen, which is why I wrote my book. It had to happen.
Yeah.
Everything from the rape to me being homeless. We didn't even get to that part yet. To me bleeding on people that didn't even cut me. To me just
I think you wrote something in the book about hurt people hurt.
Yeah, people hurt people.
Wow.
And if you don't get that thing under control, you'll end up hurting a lot of folks. And it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Because that blood is on your hands.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because God is not going to say, what did that person do? He's going to say, my daughter, what did you do?
Yeah.
That's real.
So, and it's very, very important to know that anything in life that you go through is not just for you.
Wow.
It's for you to help somebody else.
Yeah.
We are living testimonies.
Yeah.
Everything that happened to me in life, it had to happen exactly that way because it wouldn't have built me for my purpose. And here I stand today as that woman who they tried to break. I'll bend, but I won't break.
Right. Right.
And all of that, it had to happen just the way that it happened because how would I be able to give the testimony if it didn't happen? All those tests was giving me my testimony. All that mess was giving me my messages to share with others. And now that I find myself, I have an organization called 88 Blessings, and it's a single mother's organization. You hear so many people going through the same things or similar when you tell your story. They probably would have never told their story.
Wow.
definitely, it had to happen. I knew I
So
couldn't
tell
do
us
that.
about your the 88 Blessing. What is that?
88 Blessings is a single mothers organization. Um, we try to make it about something that we could be very genuine about. We walk the walk so we can talk the talk. You know, I am a single mom. And I knew that if I was ever given a platform, that was something that I had to do. And what a lot of people don't know is, yes, Alan is in the NFL, but the biggest part of it is being able to serve
Yes.
and give back,
Yeah.
you know. And yes, I use Alan's platform, but I am still Erica Wilson. I still have my own identity, mothers. So that's something that we as mothers, we need to know. You need to be who you are and let your son be who he is. Because at the end of the day, we are a team. There's no I in team.
That's
so
right.
he may
That's
have
right.
the platform, but he allowed me to use it. God has blessed him with the platform, but he allowed me to use it to be able to spread the gospel and serve, you know. And
But I want to say it like this. I don't think it's his. It wouldn't even be his if it wasn't yours in the beginning. Because of what you went through. So the platform really was about a journey of healing, forgiveness, love, trust. So that's like the massive platform. And because of that platform, actually, Alan was able to stand on your platform. Because if you didn't love, if you didn't forgive, if you still was that Erica that was getting kicked out of the county, I'm gonna stop messing with her about that. Then there would be no Alan, because then he would have went into drugs. And watch this, if you would have told him at a young age, the fact that you kept it from him protected him. Because you tell a 13-year-old boy, he's angry, he's mad, and he's, what I'm saying, there's no telling what would have happened. So I think it's more of your platform that you built of love, trust, forgiveness, kindness is where he was able to stand on. And then now it's just like platforms after they're just building.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I want to say it a little bit different. I built the foundation.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah,
now
that's
he has
good.
the platform.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So once I built that foundation, he uses his platform so we could be able to, serve others. Like you said, if I would have told those boys, what happened, especially the areas we were living in, they could have easily resulted in drugs or whatever it is out there. But by the grace of God, they love football, both of them. So I was able to keep them on the right track with football. You couldn't bring home seeds in my house. That wasn't happening,
I agree.
because I know what I see in you. And the beauty of it all is throughout their high school years, I always told myself, before my kids graduate, I want to have my high school diploma.
Wow.
I didn't say a GED. I want my high school diploma before my babies graduate. So 2003, I went and got my high school diploma.
Wow.
2003, I went and got my high school diploma. My oldest son, he graduated 2006, so 3 years before. And then Alan graduated early in his class in 2010. And then guess what?
Right.
All three of us was in college together.
When I met you, you was telling me about that. I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah, we all was in college together. That was the oh my God, the biggest accomplishment ever to have.
That's
all
great.
Of us.
That's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, it's a great
To have mother and sons with a degree from college all together at the same time. So now, moving forward, college graduation. So let's look back. Let's go back just a little bit, and then we're going to go forward. Okay. So when did you notice? You said both of the boys play sports.
Yes.
When did you notice that Alan was Alan more dominating than Inky, or?
No, they both were.
Okay.
Oh, they both were. It's just that sometimes in life, God has a different path for you. Daryl went to a school called Miramar in high school.
Okay.
Both started as quarterbacks.
Oh, wow.
Alan was a left-hand quarterback and Daryl was a right-hand quarterback. So both started as quarterbacks. Both were very good. Alan started playing both sides of the ball. Well, Alan started playing at 4. Daryl started playing at 8. And Alan started playing both sides of the ball like around maybe about 7 or 8 years old. He was a big, fat kid. And he was this person who I don't want to play football. I don't want. okay, if you don't want to play, we can pull you out, you know, but he stuck it out and both were doing well. So Daryl went off to Miramar High School where they had this coach there, starting quarterback.
Mm.
You know, they pulled him up off of JV into varsity
Wow.
to sit the bench.
Oh, yeah.
So it broke his spirit. So I'm saying,
Wow.
okay, like, you know, my brother was very, very upset. So it kind of like broke Daryl's spirit, but Daryl is a whiz, very, very smart.
Mhm.
And he continued throughout all of his years in high school, graduated, top of his class,
Wow.
you know, scared to let him go off to college. Here it is again, that's affected me, you know. Oh gosh, my baby's going off to college. Whenever you see him being from around me, you know, I didn't let him go. So I think that's one of the things he holds against me right now today. And then here it is when Alan come up, and he goes to Miami Carroll City. He plays quarterback all the way up into his sophomore year, and he said, "Coach, I don't want to play quarterback anymore. I want to be a receiver."
Wow.
So they put him at the receiver position, and he excelled.
Really?
The very first game of his senior year, Alan tore his meniscus.
Wow.
The guy hit Alan low. Alan played the entire game with that meniscus being torn.
Wow.
And I remember the next day the coach said he was going to take him to the doctor to get the MRI and everything. And I had a test at school. And I'm like, okay, God, what do I do? Like, my baby's going for a test. I know I have my midterms. I need to go. Coach said, Mom, we got him. He's going to be fine. You sure?
That's like a mama. You sure?
So I went on and I aced my midterm. And come to find out, we had to go to the doctor to get the results. And they said that was it for his senior year.
Wow.
Yeah. So he had to go into the surgery immediately, shortly after. And they did the surgery. Dr. Kaplan, awesome surgeon. He explained everything to us. After the surgery, Alan came home. He wanted to go out with the fellas to, you know, his teammates to be able to, you know, show support that he's there or whatever. And I guess, too, it's like a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I sit in the house, guess what?
Right.
My idle mind is a double.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
yeah, it is. Especially with athletes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe 2 days later, I let him go out and be with the guys. And this guy's on these crutches, and he's like literally out there cheering his guys on. He's such a team player. It's not just a me thing, you know. There's no I in team. I always taught my kids that. And he was out there, and he was having a good time. There's nothing that I could do but go home and say, wow, God, he's in your hands. There's nothing else that I could do.
Right.
And just trust me, before that school bell rang, I was already out that way.
That's that protective mom. I'm telling you. I think it's in all of us.
And it's so, God is so good because even though he's, you know, his whole senior year he didn't play, so he didn't have film for his senior year, but he still was recruited by the University of Miami.
Wow.
Where he got a full scholarship.
Oh, right, scholarship.
That is really good to be, you know, because most colleges, you know, when the players get injured, they keep
on going.
Keep
or
going.
They overlook them.
And so for them to, you know,
yes,
see the worth, the value in him is still, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yes, definitely.
So my question is this, and I wish Daryl was here because I think it's a story. I mean, it's something we all should talk about, especially when you have one child that's a professional, and then you have the other siblings that may not be.
Right.
So you have two brothers playing football. One coach decided to just be a blocker, is what you say. And so mentally, how was that process for Daryl? Because I think others out there need to hear this because, again, we only talk about, you know, the journey of the professional player.
Right.
But what about the siblings?
Absolutely.
You know, I think sometimes they feel left out. So what was Daryl's mindset when he started to watch his brother excel?
I raised strong kids. If he did have anything that was going on with him, I never knew.
Wow.
You know, he always remained strong. As long as, you know, he was there supporting his brother, doing what it is that he needed to do as far as being a big brother. You know, how could I let my little brother see me going through something mentally?
Wow.
I'm the big brother. I have to lead by example. just like as a mother, I have to lead by example. I couldn't let them know what it was I was going through. So I never seen Daryl fold or anything. He was always that supportive brother, Behind the scenes, maybe he dealt with some things because that can be. But just because it's sad when people put titles on things.
Yeah.
We said that the athlete is professional. Daryl is a professional.
Then I was going to get into that. Yes.
And that's where a lot of parents go wrong. A lot of attention goes on the child who's probably making the biggest bucks.
Yeah.
It's a money thing. Money is the root of all evil. And just know that sometimes that money could bring so much pain.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I tell a lot of mothers, you think you want it, but you better be ready when it comes.
So what does Daryl, Daryl, we're going to give you a shout out. I'm your girl. I got your back, Daryl. I'm trying to tell you right now. But so tell us about Daryl.
Daryl is amazing. He's phenomenal. He's very smart, intelligent. He's a go-getter like his mother. My eye is tearing up.
He'll cut that on the... Right, you do all the editing, right? I got you. Okay, go ahead. So talk about Daryl.
He's very outgoing, very lovable, very protective. And he's just one he want to work for his. Yeah, I may have a brother in the league, but I don't want him to hand me anything. You understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
I want to go and I want to get it on my own. So very, very hard worker. I know he missed a lot of Allen games with the Cowboys, also with the Dolphins, because he was working. And I kept saying, son, let's find something, we can do so you will, start a business so you can be to your brother's games and be supportive. And it's like, Mom, I want to get it on my own. I want to do it my own way. He's 32 years old, so I have to let him do it.
32, no kids?
No kids.
Actually, both of them. Proud of them. No children.
Granny, you're not in the granny world?
No, not
And
yet.
that's amazing because, I'm trying to see if I can say this. Because there is some professional, I'm going to be real nice. Let me. I'm going to stay away from it right now because it's an issue with me. You see my face? Anyway, because it's amazing because you raised two boys.
Yes.
Alan's 27.
28,
and Daryl's
32,
and no kids.
Yeah, that's
none.
I'm sitting here looking at you like, wow.
because most of them would have
Right,
to,
by 21, 22, or at least by time, especially in Alan's case, you hear the word professional, possibility professional.
Yeah.
A baby was somewhere beyond the.
Yeah, or somebody would have been entrapped him to having a baby.
We're gonna let's go fast forward to see. I'm having a moment.
Wait, let me get this in. And I'm gonna start to anyone that come in contact with my kids, I check all resumes.
Send driver license, social security card. She's taking you to the FBI, CIA. You know what I'm saying? You're going through the whole credit check. The credit bureau.
They better come correct.
TSA. Right.
Yeah.
Pat you down. No.
Yeah, that's really good because we know that there are girls that are being groomed
lined
to
up
come after our boys.
Yeah.
Professionals.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't understand why. They are still human. Yeah, they may be making the big bucks, but like I said, that big bucks could bring a whole lot of pain. There's a lot that comes with that. And the women don't understand it. And I like to tell the women, like, here it is. Have your own.
That's right. Have your
Do
own.
not wait for these guys to basically take care of you, because guess what? NFL is not for long.
That's right. It's not.
What happens after the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if that guy just said, okay, well, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you got to try to keep up this lifestyle, like
that you were groomed for.
Right. And here it is. You left hurt. And maybe possibly with some children behind.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not just thinking, you're being very selfish. Because now you have these babies. And here it is. You probably seen the light, knowing that it wasn't going to work, but you just tried to because they was that ball player, and thinking that you're going to be set for the rest of their life. Yeah, you're going to be set. You're going to be set with them children. That's what you're going to be
I know, that's right.
Because that's who's set up.
That's right.
The kids get theirs first.
Yeah.
Now, let me go back to Daryl. I like it because did Daryl ever try? You have some siblings that do not end up making it. And so they're like, well, I'm going to be my brother, my sister's agent or manager, you know. But he never, but Daryl never, he still wanted to find his own.
Oh, yeah.
He never tried to be manager, agent, or.
Never.
I like that.
Never. And like I said,
he let Alan have his lane,
exactly.
and he had his lane. But he realized we're still brothers.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah. And it's so funny that this year, with Alan in the league 6 years, going into his 7th year now, he just let his brother buy him a car.
Wow.
He was like, no way. And it was like, you can't buy the whole car.
Daryl, shouts out to you for that. You need to come tell your story. Because it's true, because you either have a sibling who's like, where's my car? Are you going to buy me this? Are you going to get me this? Or the one that's in the professional position feel obligated to do that.
Right.
Wow.
Because you know what? Not just the siblings, the parents feel that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, ladies, anytime your child has been blessed to make it to the next level, they sacrifice in their bodies. We don't go out there. We don't play not one down. We don't get not one hit. We're not lifting not one weight. That's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I tell everybody, my son owes me absolutely nothing. I asked for your high school diploma and your degree.
That's right.
You gave me both.
Wow.
Now, if you decided to go the extra mile and say, okay, I'm going to take care of my mom, and I was watching one of our videos from 88 Blessings the other day, and our financial advisor said, when he came and he sat with Alan wasn't thinking about his career or, the big bucks that he was going to be making. His main focus was, how can I retire my mom?
Wow.
He was like, I don't ever want her working again, so how can I retire my mom? And when I saw that video, I just was like, wow. And that's exactly what he did, But I just want the ladies to know that their kids don't owe you anything as far as when they make it. If they want to do, let them do, But at the end of the day, it's their career. It's their platform. And that's one of the things I love about my family. We let everybody have their own lane,
I'm big
and
on
when
that.
you're in your own lane, you don't have much traffic.
Right, I'm big on that with my children.
Because you hear stories about athletes who make it, and they say how they lose money because the families, they feel obligated, and they start taking hands.
That's
this
right.
person, this. So how did you keep did you have to keep your family in your lane, or you guys just had that understanding as far as don't go after my son?
Yeah.
If he want to help you, you do, but you're not going to make him feel guilty about helping.
Absolutely.
Erica, you talking to the one that got kicked out of camp? You think she gonna let somebody come on her side? I have to keep. I know she gonna get me after this. You think she gonna sniff you out?
Uh-huh.
Is you coming for money? No, I'm playing.
No.
See, I told you. Exactly.
Yeah. No, but he's very strong-willed himself, though. He know how to say no.
Yeah,
but they know
good.
that at the end of the day, don't do it. Don't cross that line. Just don't do it.
Don't bring the other Erica back. Yeah.
We'll be all right.
Don't bring the other Erica back. Listen, all y'all women out there who think you're gonna come for these men, don't bring the other Erica out, please. Just
let us stay gone.
Just let us stay gone. So now we're laughing and we're talking. Okay, Erica, single mother, dating,
being in the position that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, I'm Erica Wilson. I'm not Alan Hurst. My income is not Alan Hurst's income. I'm just his mother. Mm-hmm. So, here it is. You don't know why someone is coming at you. I dated before, and I had the guy was more interested in Alan than me. And I'm like, what the?
That didn't go well, y'all.
At all. I didn't laugh at all. But it's very, very hard. And also, too, I'm very protective of who I allow around them. The spirits are real.
Right.
And my kids, they watch Alan. He watch everything. He's very observant, but he don't say much. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, Dara is very outspoken. Yeah. But it's very, very hard when you're trying to date, because, like I said, you don't know why you're here. Who sent you? That's what I like to do.
I like that.
Who sent you?
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of times that I did try and date, and I like to tell women, don't feel guilty if you tried a couple of times, because nothing beats the try. Well, how it go? Nothing beats a trier better. Wait, how it go? Nothing beats a trier No, nothing beats a failure but a trier.
Okay.
And, you know, a lot of men like to put stipulation, oh, she's this and she's that. Call me what you want. You don't pay not one bill for me. I'm a free agent. So if I decide that I want to date,
I like that.
I will date.
She's a free agent.
If I do not want to date,
she didn't go to the draft. She's a free agent. Free agent.
Free agent. But no, seriously, but on all jokes aside, it's very hard to date every single while.
Wow.
Especially when
you're in the spotlight.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm, you know, not necessarily in the spotlight. The fact that you've been a mom and you've been a protector, then all of a sudden your kids are grown.
Yeah.
You know, how do you just, you know, okay, it's time for me to live and live life because you've sacrificed so much. How do you? Now
that's when it becomes hard. If you basically built your life around your children. Everything was about me and my children.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically, everything was just about me and them. So when they became adults and decided, well, Mom, I'm going to do my own thing now, you go through this thing called empty nest syndrome. That is.
So that's real.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, Lord.
Definitely.
I have 3 more left at home. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
So you go through this thing called empty nest syndrome. You're used to someone needing you. Not just needing you, but wanting you, you know. And here it is now. I'm out doing my own thing, Mom. I don't want to be that little, you know, they look at it like I'm being this little boy. No, you're not. If you're going out, just let me know that you're okay. That's all I text back and say, I'm okay. Alan will do it, no problem. Daryl, forget it. You're not getting
Daryl, I like you know, already.
And here you find yourself trying to get into other things. But the one thing that I found that I had this passion to give. You know, I had a passion for the single moms. And that's when I started the organization of 88 Blessings. And I found balance that way. Because if you don't, trust me, you will fall into a state of depression. Because guess what? If you center your life around these children and now they're gone and they're doing their own things, what do you have to do now? Wow. And it's so funny. Same thing with football now. Like, I feel so lost without football. When the season is over, I feel so lost without football. So it kind of is, you know.
But you have some nephews that are coming up in the football world too as well, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, when football season is over.
Oh, okay.
Like, when the season is over, oh, my God. It's like, what do you do?
Right, because you're normally traveling and going to games,
okay.
Screaming and hollering.
Exactly. So now you don't have these things, you know, to do anymore. Now I just put everything into 88 Blessings. So the dating thing right now for me is out the window. If it happens, it happens. But my main focus right now is working on me.
So it really has to be led by God. That's who he has, because you can't, because like you said, who do you trust?
Yeah.
Because just like you have females that are professionals, yes, I said it. You have men, some of you too, are professionals, you know, and it's what can I get?
Yeah.
And so, okay. And now you have, Alan's been a big inspiration to his cousins, because you have some nephews, right? Or some cousins that are playing in the.
Well, he went a year after Alan went, so
wow,
you know, he has his own big name too. So they are doing their own thing, and it's just that even with Alan being in his position, he even is the inspiration to the older ones, even as well as the younger ones.
Good.
We do have a lot of athletes in our family that's up and coming. And they look they look to Alan and they just ask a lot of questions. But if you notice, you know Alan, I don't know if you met him, he don't talk much.
No, right. He doesn't.
You ask him
but he
question,
has a sweet spirit.
Yeah,
though.
very sweet spirit. He's going to answer it, and then he's
right.
not going to give you more.
But he's really good around kids, because I had an opportunity when he was in Dallas to work with the AH-17, and we did a back to school event.
Yeah.
And yes, he's very quiet, but when he gets around kids, it's different. Right. He lights up, and there's this, I think one little girl was a baby that just kept following around.
Would
not leave his side. And he just picked her up, and everybody took pictures, and she was looking at him. But, you know, I was wondering if the mom, okay, I'm not I'm be nice. Anyway.
The child over.
We said they groom them right.
Look.
Right. So I mean, but it was nice to see. But he is very quiet, but he's very humble.
Yeah, very
very humble.
And that's one of the things too. Like when we have our events, Yeah, most athletes, they come and they do an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Alan is at the event the whole entire time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he
I've seen
mingles
that.
with everyone,
I've seen
you
that.
know. And he's very gracious. Like you said, it has to be something that we're genuine and passionate about, and that's just it.
Yeah.
And that's why God gave us this type of platform to be able to serve and do it so well, you know. And sometimes it is, you have your bad days, and sometimes you have your good days, but you know, you balance the both, and
Yeah.
you just make it do what it do. Because you have a lot of people that's counting on you, and that was one of my downfalls is by me being in the position that I'm in, as far as being the leader, being the one to basically like cover these ladies. I would pray for these ladies, but I wouldn't let it go. I would carry it. So
Wow.
it was, I'm telling you, it was drowning me. I was, and I tell people all the time, just because you see this soft-spoken voice, this smile, do not mean that I'm not going through anything. You know, and it's good to be connected to people to know and to pray you through. Because I remember,
because I was going to bring that up. Yep.
She called me one morning, and I was here in Dallas, and I was having a moment, but I wasn't gonna let anybody know. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
You know, just deal with it. Go to God. You know, do what it do. And Shannon called me and had me screaming on the phone, and she told me to take off the backpack. It was time right then and there.
And when she heard that, it was like you wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was on the phone, but you can hear her hit the floor in a wail, not a cry, but a wail of thank you, because it was like, take the backpack off. You was on my heart. God told me to tell you, take the backpack off.
Yeah.
And there's a thing when you have a backpack and you have a little bit of things, but she had bricks. It was like this backpack of bricks, and she was walking, but it was like, and you could see on the outside, everybody could see the beautiful glamour Erica, but the backpack was like literally just bringing her down to her knees, but nobody knew it because, again, you look at, you know, oh, you're Alan's mom,
like
you're strong, oh, you got it made, you drive a nice car, and you got, so that's what people look at, but they don't know what goes on behind those doors, the weight of what media says about your son, because I know that's been hard. You know, they 1 minute they love you, next minute they hate you.
Yeah.
So you're listening to that, and then you're dealing with, you know, people just wanting to be around you for something, and then you're dealing with the female situations, and so you have all this going on, and no one knew the weight of your backpack.
Exactly.
And so that morning, God said, "Tell her to take that backpack off."
Oh man, and that was like, and I just don't think people realize that I'm human too. You know, I go through some things too. And just because you guys put me on this pedestal, we all are there. You know, don't think that here it is because I'm in this position I don't go through, because I go through plenty of nights. I drown my pillow, you know, even to this day. You know, because sometimes I don't understand, like, why couldn't somebody see me for me than see me for Alan's mom?
Right.
You know, I am who I am because God says who I am, not who Alan title says I am, you know, and, you know, we have to be so careful how we treat people, you know, especially in their season. What if I was at the tail end of my wits and somebody treated me so poorly? And I go and commit suicide. And all I had to do is just say hello, or give them a smile or something like that.
That's right.
You know, very, very careful how you treat people. You know, because at the end of the day, you never know what somebody is going through.
On behind closed doors.
You know, and in the Black community, we don't go and get therapy.
Yeah.
You know.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. But I did. I'm in therapy right now today because I know that sometimes that old Erica can come back up. And I like to tell people, like, this is not what you want. Trust me. Just let her stay.
I've heard her say that a couple of times. What you want.
And they'll try to push your button and say, I told you so. I told you she was this type of person. You know what I'm saying? You won't get me like that.
Right.
No way.
Yeah.
Not at all. You know, but at the end of the day, we are still humans. Our sons may have, you know, they have a title. They may make in the big bucks. But we all know sometimes those big bucks could go away so fast.
Yes,
because you want to live this lifestyle.
How did you know about contracts? How did you just?
I went back to school. I went to school for it.
You have to educate yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew that he was going I knew that I wanted to be educated on what was going on when these agents come and sit in front of me, financial advisors come and sit in front of me, what to do, what not to do, and I let him, because that's his career. So it wasn't nothing that I chose. He chose his agent. He chose his financial advisor. And when the agent came through the door, he said, Miss Wilson, we already know how you are about Alan. They said we will treat him just like he's ours because we already know. And that's all I asked, So sitting down with them, going through the process, I knew what questions to ask. And they were looking at me like, how do you know to ask that? But no, I went in blind. That's why I really wanted to get something together to be able to, for future moms that's coming in, they need to be educated because this thing is serious and it comes fast.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It comes fast-paced. And if you don't have anybody that's teaching you how to go through it, you'll fall for anything.
Yeah.
You should never have an agent that's tied to your financial advisor.
That's right.
Ever. You always keep the two separate. So all you need is basically your agent, your marketing team, and your financial advisor. Basically make sure when you have your financial advisor, you're on top of everything. Anything that comes out of Alan's account, his alert goes to his phone. By the grace of God, he sent us some great people, and had a great walk in the park. And with that being said, Alan went undrafted. 2 years later, he was one of the top paid wide receivers in the NFL.
Wow.
Undrafted. So that's why I like to tell kids, you may start off unknown, but you're going to finish unforgettable at the end of the day. And here it is. He made history, NFL history, by becoming the top paid wide receiver, undrafted, within 2 years. Who does that? Drew Rosenhaus, hats off to you. You're the best.
I mean, I like what you said because I think about the quarterback Lamar, and I love the scene when he's at the draft, and it's just him and his mom, and he's laying on the table waiting for that call. Everybody slept on him.
That's it.
Mayfield went first in the draft. I think that was the year they were all together. And so then now he's in the league, and he's like the top quarterback to where people are standing in line to trade jerseys.
Yeah.
I love it because he gives his dedication to God.
Yeah.
And then his mom.
And that's why he
seemed very humble.
Yeah. That's why he's in the position he's in.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it don't matter where you start, it matters where you finish.
Yeah.
Right.
You can go as that top, the first pick. And then you could go as this rookie, undrafted. Here it is. You all make the same money. The only thing that's different is the signing bonuses.
Right.
And not only that, you have this stipulation where you got the weight of the world on you because you undrafted first round. You better perform. How could you have an undrafted free agent coming to outperform you?
Right.
And you're a first round, second round draft pick. So do not. It's not where you start, it's where you finish at the end of the day. And if you, like I said, Alan was delayed, but he definitely wasn't denied. God had his plan. And when Alan didn't get drafted, I heard God said, I'll make the first last and the last first.
That's right.
Remember that. That's very, very potent and powerful because that's exactly what he did. And Alan said every time he touched that field, he has a chip on his shoulder knowing that I wasn't drafted, but I'm going to give it my all.
Give it your all.
Even when he got the contract, he said, I'm still play like I was undrafted.
I like that. So as we come to a close, what would you say to the young mother whose son is, or even a daughter whose opportunity with sports, because we always talk about sons, but there's daughters out there that's going NBA and soccer and Olympics and gymnastics. There's parents, I can't remember her name, but she was a single mom, and she had to sacrifice her daughter in gymnastics to win the gold, to go live with another family. So what would you say to a single mom that child is coming up in that professional?
The main thing is keep God first.
Yeah.
Give that child back to God and let God do his thing with him or her. You have to stay on bending knees, when it comes to your children. Number one thing is educate yourself. Number two thing is educate yourself on the do's and the don'ts, because a lot that comes with it. Get with other mothers and see and talk with them. Don't feel ashamed because of the situation you may be in, or may not be in. I mean, well, you may be in. Just go and ask as many questions as you can. If you can't get one thing from that mother, go to another mother. And that's one of the things that's I like about my group that I have, that we can talk about anything because we have different walks of life. Everybody's dealing with something else, and nobody knows. One person don't know everything.
Right.
So if we get these group of ladies who already seasoned in the league, done walk the walk, we should be able to pour back into the ones that's getting ready to come into it. Because God bless you with those seeds. You need to plant them.
Yes.
That's right. So there is a NFL organization for mothers.
Yes,
right?
It's called PIFMA.
Okay.
And I'm a part of that organization. It's for past and present mothers and future. It's a great organization. You learn a whole lot. Like I said, you have different walks. You know,
That's good.
you may have some that experienced this but didn't experience that. And you always have someone that you can go and get some type of information. And it's all so connected with the NFLPA.
Now, do they have anything for fathers?
I'm not sure.
I didn't know if they would mention or hear
I'm
about
sure
it.
they do, but I'm not sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this has been really good. I mean, it's the journey is, you got to go back to the beginning of how the journey started. You know, like I said, we always interview, or you'll watch interviews and you'll interview the son, but I think it's good sometimes just to interview the mom by herself, so she can tell you what she went through, just like in her book. All of this had to happen, and this is not over.
Right.
It's not over 2020.
It's not over. It's just getting started.
Yeah, you can look at her and tell she got something up her sleeve. You better get ready. So it's only going to get bigger, and it's only going to get better. And it's just the fact of even sharing about siblings and how Daryl had to, he chose to find his way, and he loved it, and he's okay. He's not hiding in the shadows of his brother, but he's at the same time he's protective of his brother. So I love that side. So powerful family. Powerful story.
Thank you.
Powerful journey.
Tell us how we can order the book.
You can go onto my website at ericawilsonih2h.com to order your book. Also, for any bookings, you can book there as well. Also, for 88 Blessings, if you would like to learn about 88 Blessings, it's www.88blessings.org. And you can find out all of the information about 88 Blessings. You can get a little bit of snippet of Alan, who is Alan Hearns, also Erica Wilson, and the team that stands behind 88 Blessings.
Well, you guys heard that. You can also follow Can We Talk Sports at Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. This is your girl, Shannon Mason. And we are here with Erica Wilson. And you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Bye.